Hi, my name's Daniel Kenny. If you're anything like me, you love everything that the Pacific Northwest has to offer. The beautiful scenery, the mild weather, the wide array of outdoor activities, the food, and most importantly, great craft beer. I'm here today to talk to you about an exciting new entrant in the craft brewing industry and the unique opportunity that it creates for you. Do you ever just go into your typical bar and it doesn't feel inviting? It's loud, there's no good music playing, no one is talking to each other, they're just sitting on their phones. How can you enjoy an atmosphere like that?
So where can you feel welcome? Well, that's at Camp Brewski. We are a Pacific Northwest beer experience. We brew our own beer, but we also create an environment for our customers. When you come to our brewery, you will feel closer to the outdoors. Camp Brewski is where you can unplug from daily life and sit down by the fire with your family and friends. You'll see fire pits and people roasting s'mores. You can watch a movie under the stars, play games, or just relax. You'll see our attentive staff and our brewmaster hard at work, and we encourage you to go have a chat with them. Camp Brewski is a place to share in the adventure of great beer. Our mission statement is that we're committed to sharing an adventure with customers and friends by providing quality brews and extraordinary experiences. Our commitment to this vision is so strong that our core values are built around cultivating a healthy community through the art of brewing. We want to provide excellent beer, but also create a unique environment for our friends. Our proposal is to open Camp Brewski in the Vancouver, Washington area in a neighborhood identified as underserved by the current participants in the market. For us to succeed, we need to secure a small business administration loan in the amount of $400,000. Each of the 5 founders, Amy, Megan, Jonathan, Hector, and myself, will each contribute $20,000 in order to provide the down payment for the SBA loan. We will also invest another $30,000 each to cover startup costs, for a total of $50,000 in personal investment from each founder. We're investing significant personal capital to make sure this venture succeeds. We forecast a break-even point of only about 20 months with positive working capital over the first 3 years of operation. Early focuses for us will be on paying down commercial debt and building our cash reserves. Those reserves will be earmarked for unforeseen issues, reinvestment in the company, and future growth opportunities. As we started this project, we knew what experience we wanted to provide to the market, but we didn't know if there was an opportunity for it. After our feasibility review, we put together a comprehensive survey that we sent to 200 friends, coworkers, and acquaintances. We asked questions to them like, what are you willing to pay for a pint of beer? What atmosphere is the most appealing to you? Would you bring your family with you to the brewery? And do you like games and activities while you're out of the brewery? We received overwhelmingly positive responses. Of the 181 participants in our survey, we had a really good mix of education level, income, and beer consumption. The heat map in the center of the screen shows where our survey respondents live. Our survey data is representative of our target market due to the demographics of our participants and their geographic location here in the Pacific Northwest. 85% of our survey participants preferred a camping or outdoor patio-style brewery versus a dive bar or sports bar. 69% of our participants thought $5 to $7 was a reasonable price for a pint of beer. Our financial analysis is based on the $5 per pint sell price. 70% liked having games or activities at the bar. Those include things like cornhole, music, or a movie night. Nearly 3/4 of our participants saw quality as the most important aspect of beer compared to variety, seasonal selection, sustainability, and price. With all this information, we intend to be mindful of our customers' price thresholds while still maintaining a high-quality brewing process. With our unique atmosphere, that sets us up for success. When we began our analysis of the industry, we found some pretty interesting data that aligns with what we want to do. In 2017, craft brewers produced 1 out of every 10 beers sold in America, with retail sales of craft beer increasing 8%, up to $26 billion. That's nearly a quarter of the $111 billion U.S. beer market. The number of operating breweries also grew 16% at that time to over 6,300. What this tells us is we are breaking into this industry at a time when it's growing, and we are bringing something unique to the table.
So with 6,300 breweries in the United States, there's also a significant amount of competition, especially in the Pacific Northwest.
We believe our main competition in the region are Heathen Brewing, Backwoods Brewing, McMenamins, and Deschutes. Of our main competitors, Deschutes has the strongest brand recognition. McMenamins has the most sustainable approach to brewing. Backwoods has the most similar theme to us at Camp Brewski, and Heathen has the best relationship with the customers. You can go into any of these places and get a good pint of beer, but you're not going to get the experience that we can give you. You're going to walk into Camp Brewski and feel like you're up in the mountains. We aren't selling beer, we're selling an escape from the everyday and a way for you to reconnect with your family and friends. Recent research has shown that millennial spending is more erratic and experience-based than in previous generations. That plays to our strengths of fostering an environment rather than being product-focused. Intellectual property protection is difficult in the food and beverage industry. Recipes and environments can't be trademarked, although you can try to make them difficult to replicate. Similar to the brands on the right side of the screen, Camp Brewski will pursue trade secrets to protect our recipes and maintain our competitive advantage. The food and beverage industry is also a high-risk industry. I know this is an eye chart, but what it shows is the in-depth risk analysis that we performed during our feasibility study. We identified what our main risks were, how likely they were to occur, what the impact to our business would be if they did occur, and how we could reduce the risk. For execution risk and product risk specifically, those are items that are very much in our control, and we've already taken specific steps to mitigate those risks. The first key to our success is our branding and our marketing. We have to achieve name recognition, and we'll manage that through logo design, labeling, and offbeat branding that will distinguish our brand from corporate brands. Effective quality control is critical to us. That'll help us meet our customers' expectations of high-quality beer. Similar to this, retaining a small base of proven suppliers providing superior ingredients. We're situated in a geographic location where we can keep tight control of our supply chain. When you combine these things, we intend to provide quality beer at a reasonable price in an environment that feels like an escape from your everyday life. Our target market is in Vancouver, Washington, and a location near downtown Vancouver is ideal to us due to the revitalization of the area in recent years. There's opportunity for growth in this location, there's an active population, and there are a lot of outdoor activities. Now, the chart up on the upper right side shows the age distribution of our target market, with our focus being on the 25 to 64-year-old age brackets. Our marketing is going to be centered around significant customer engagement through both digital and personal channels. One of the key aspects of our competitive advantage is our brewmaster, and personal interactions between them and the customers will be highly encouraged. 88% of our survey participants indicated they would be interested in taking brewery tours and learning more about the beer brewing process. Our tours and experiences are a major part of our value statement, so we're going to highlight those items in our advertising. We also know that people won't come see us if the beer isn't good, so we'll be giving out beer samples at festivals, markets, and other events in order to build our brand. All of our staff and employees will be expected to ask customers for feedback, and we intend to be agile and responsive to customer feedback and suggestions. Just like from marketing, our operations standpoint, our main competitive advantage is going to be on our brewmaster, whose expertise and persona will be a critical component of our atmosphere and our brewing operation. Our quality control program is going to cover all of our necessary process checks, such as the IBU, pH, and gravity levels of the beer, and will also ensure that we meet our customers' expectations. The Yakima Valley is home to one of the most fertile hop growing regions in the world, with over 77% of the total domestic crop. We're going to look to source products locally, which will help us establish our relationships with our raw material suppliers and also lower our shipping costs.
Now it's time to meet your management team. My name's Daniel, and my background is in chemical engineering and manufacturing. I will be in charge of the operations portion of our business.
Along with me, you have Hector, whose background is in supply chain management, so he'll be managing our suppliers. Amy, whose background is in human resources, will be managing our marketing and administrative functions. Megan's background is in finance and accounting. She will be our finance manager. And Jonathan's engineering background will help us a lot as our facilities manager. We will have a hands-on approach during the development phase of our business, and we're going to ensure that everything is established according to the business plan. Critical roles left for us to fill will be the brewmaster, an experienced brewing management staff, and a wait staff. Experience in the industry will be one of the highest weighted qualifications for us when we're considering applicants. This is because we as founders have over 30 years of combined business experience, and we know that beer production and brewery management is a complex operation, and that's going to take a large, talented team. We are only looking to hire the best of the best for Camp Brewski. From a technology standpoint, we'll be using something similar to the SteadyServe point-of-sale system. That software package can be utilized to measure barrel weights, inventory, brewing cycles, and other KPIs. The software also functions as a customer relationship management software. That'll help us determine our customer preferences and respond to them. We'll also be using software that will manage our labor scheduling and help customers schedule tours and tastings. That software will link with our website so that customers can book tastings and tours directly through the website, limiting the overhead work for our staff. We are a company that cares about our environment and being sustainable. We will use sustainable and locally farmed ingredients wherever possible and not cost prohibitive. Our goal is to be a carbon neutral facility, which we will accomplish by using solar panels, brewing technology to reduce waste, water usage, and other utilities, and purchasing carbon offsets. When we start selling growlers, cans, and bottles in the future, we will try to source environmentally friendly packaging options as well. Our schedule is that we intend to incorporate the LLC, finalize funding, secure the lease space, and begin hiring critical staff by the end of the second quarter of 2019. We will quickly build our brand, get the word out, and start brewing. And after about 20 months and the break-even point, we're going to begin expanding into other revenue streams. We project positive profit and net income quickly, even with conservative estimates for costs that we're going to cover on the next slide, and accounting for the low rate initial production of our brewery. Retained earnings in the first 3 years of operation are expected to be low due to our reinvestment of our capital. The revenue mix stays pretty consistent over 2019 to 2021, led by our in-house beer sales. We also have outside beer sales, merchandise sales, and revenue from events, a small portion of our sales. From a key cost standpoint, the approximate equipment cost for a brewery of our scale is about $160,000, which we've added 10% on to mitigate our risk, with another $200,000 in there for leasehold improvements and furnishings. Reviewing the raw material and production costs for other similar breweries in similar markets, we anticipate the variable cost of production to be about $170 to $180 per barrel. The estimated lease costs at the places that we found in the Vancouver area are between $16 and $24 per square foot per year. We anticipate needing about 3,200 square feet, which leaves us room to grow, for a total annual lease cost of a little bit under $80,000 at the $24 per square foot per month cost. Our utilities and commercial insurance will run us about $1,500 a month. And then we also intend to sell select seasonal beers from other breweries. The typical wholesale costs for barrels of other beers are between $240 and $360 per barrel. In conclusion, we know there is an opportunity in the craft brewing market for our unique atmosphere. No one in the industry has the environment that we will, and our market research and financial analysis back that up, and they suggest that we're well positioned to be profitable quickly. Our initial lease space does give us room to grow, but we have plans to expand and continue to add different revenue streams to the business in the future. We look forward to partnering with you.
We all love beer, and we love being outdoors. Why can't we do both together at Camp Brewski? Well, I don't know about you, but I could go for a beer right now.